Okay, so we're going to talk about 2 scenarios per video. And, again, take it slowly. You can pause the video if needed. Read the full scenario. Try to put yourself in the situation. Write down your response, either on a physical notebook or, on your computer. And then, once you really thought about what you would do in that situation or what went wrong in the situation, then unpause the video and watch my response. I think that will really get you to internalize these concepts a lot better. Okay, so let's look at some of these scenarios. So a new task. Your supervisor has given you a new task over email. Should you email back? Or is it okay to not respond back as some of the instructions for the task was already discussed with your prior hand? How quickly would you respond? What if that email was sent over to 40 other people? And if it was sent to 40 people, maybe it's okay for you not to email, right? Wrong. Okay? So again, think about these questions, write it down, and then you can unpause and see my response. Okay. You should always email back. If your supervisor has given you a new task or your team a new task, you need to respond back. Maybe you don't do reply all because you don't want to email all 50 people, but you got to let the supervisor know that you got the email, that you got the new task and you understood. So, and you need to respond within minutes. Minutes, right? We talked about this. Okay. Scenario 2, clumsy update. Supervisor asks you to provide an update on your work by the end of the day. The end of the day has come, but the supervisor has gotten any update from you. The next morning, the update comes back with an apology that it's late. To make the matter worse, the supervisor was expecting you to email a few other people, but the email seemed to indicate it was only sent to you. Oh, so supervisor asked you for a report and to send it to someone, some people, but on the email, it wasn't CC'd to them. Supervisor also asked you for an update on X, Y, and Z, but you have only provided an update on Y and Z. Supervisor has to email you back where they have to write back to you asking for additional things. And then every keystroke they're typing, their anger is boiling up. Oh, I can't believe I have to follow up and remind you of task A, B, and C. Okay, this should be pretty obvious what went wrong. But yet, this happens so much that, and it's almost always seems to be the same type of people. They don't read my instructions. They don't read the supervisor's instruction. Do not make the mistake, guys. Reread every communication from the supervisor or the client as if they're gold. Reread it several times. Write the email. Reread the email in the instruction to make sure you covered every single item that the supervisor has requested. And that should just be the minimum start of that email. And then you got to think, what are additional things that the supervisor would want that I can also include here to save the supervisor's time in having to send back and forth emails between me and the supervisor. Okay? All right. Let's go into some other scenarios.